Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing what it looks like for a company to be perfectly fine. We are seeing what it looks like to be extremely successful. We are seeing what it looks like when the shills tell you that everything is fine, nothing is wrong, Ubisoft is doing great, Assassin's Creed Shadows is winning, the CHUDS are losing, you guys are just grifting mad losers, etc., etc., etc. We are seeing what that looks like. And what that looks like is what it always looks like. Congratulations to Ubisoft Leamington. You are the most recent studio to be shut down from this company. And all because you guys want to sit there and pretend as if everything is fine. You paid a bunch of shills to tell you that everything is fine. You paid a bunch of shills to tell everybody else that everything is fine. Ubisoft Leamington has been announced to be shutting down officially, and we are here for it. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Blaze. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, here's the amazing thing about all this. I want you guys to stick with me for a minute on this video because it's going to get really good. Now, I cannot verify this picture that I'm seeing here, but apparently on Smash JT's post, congratulations to him, by the way. He was the first one that posted it, but I'm the one that really made it special. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's an inside joke between me and Smash. There's a picture here that somebody posted. I cannot verify this, okay? The reason why I cannot verify this is because Leamington partially worked on Shadows, supposedly, according to this screenshot of Wikipedia. All right, this was taken a couple of days ago. Now, the ironic thing is that the moment this announcement of Ubisoft Leamington officially shutting down happened, Wikipedia suddenly became edited, or at least that's how it seems, because in the screenshot we have Assassin's Creed Shadows being worked on in 2025. Obviously they didn't develop the entire game, they probably were just small assets here and there. I mean, this game has almost 3,000 people that touched the game apparently, but according to the Wikipedia, that's nowhere to be found, right? Nowhere to be found at all. In 2025, there's absolutely nothing credited whatsoever regarding Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't know if this was edited. I don't know if this was changed in any way, but it's not there. They completely removed any reference of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if this is edited or not, but I gotta imagine that it is, because it looks like this is also lying to you. It says in January of 2025, Ubisoft shut the studio down as part of its ongoing cost-cutting measures. That's not true, right? They just recently announced the shutdown for Ubisoft Leamington. What happened in January was that Ubisoft fired a bunch of people from multiple studios, and Leamington was one of them. But they didn't officially shut down the studio yet. That happened recently, and we're going to go over that. So somebody is lying over at Wikipedia, and it makes it seem to me that they're lying because they don't want the CHUDS to make the correlation between Assassin's Creed Shadows and the shutdowns. That's basically it. They don't want people to be like, well, they're shutting down because of Shadows. Why would you delete it? That makes no sense. I would be curious to know, and I don't know if anybody could check this out in the meantime, but I would be curious to know if Ubisoft Leamington was credited in the Assassin's Creed Shadows 2-hour-long credits, because if they were, that means somebody is lying here on Wikipedia, and that wouldn't be the first time that happens when it comes to a Ubisoft game, especially Shadows. They've been lying on Wikipedia nonstop for Shadows for months now. Anyway, so the studio has officially closed down after months of internal emails and corporate reshuffling. It is now publicly confirmed its permanent closure. The announcement came not through a high-profile press release or coordinated corporate messaging, but instead via a modest 2-part post on the studio's unverified X account, symbolizing just how far Ubisoft's reach has fallen. I mean, the fact that they're announcing this on X tells me everything I need to know, right? They're not going to make a big announcement about this. They don't want the press to come from this. And I find it hilarious considering that they just sent out an email to their employees trying to tell them, hey, listen, everything's going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's fine. We're doing this for the best of Ubisoft, right? That's basically what's happening here. And Leamington has now shut down because of it. So they said Ubisoft Leamington has officially closed its doors, meaning that as of April 2nd, that's when they officially shut down. So Wikipedia is lying out here and telling them that it happened in January January of 2025 when that is not true. They just had layoffs in January 2025. We're incredibly proud of our talented team whose creativity and dedication have shaped the games we've created, impacting millions of players worldwide along the way. While this marks the end of a chapter, we'll still be part of UK Games development. You can keep up with our UK team and future developments by following UB Reflections. If you're local to Leamington, you'll see our remaining team in and around Leamington at our local events. Thank you for your support. Yeah, you clearly didn't have support because now you're being shut down. Again, this whole thing is hilarious at the end of the day. It's a soft and humble ending for a studio that contributed to major Ubisoft projects like Star Wars Outlaws, Far Cry 5, and Skull and Bones. But the writing has been on the wall since January when Ubisoft first revealed its sweeping plans to restructure across multiple European offices. Now the closure is complete, and it won't be the last. Back in January, Ubisoft announced the elimination of 185 positions across its studios in Leamington, Dusseldorf, Stockholm, and Reflections in Newcastle. Ubisoft Leamington was now being singled out for full closure, while other offices were just being scaled down. So again, back in January, they announced the elimination of 185 positions, which I remember making a video about. They fired about 185 people across all these studios: Leamington, Dusseldorf, Stockholm, and Reflections in Newcastle. Now Leamington is being targeted for a single shutdown. So again, I don't know if Wikipedia is lying here. I don't know if there's a miscommunication going on here, but I think it's pretty obvious that they were just doing layoffs in January, but now they have been officially shut down as of April 2nd. So somebody needs to edit the Wikipedia page and put the real shutdown date. But let's be real, they're not going to do that. They want it to be January, so it makes it seem like Shadows is not part of it. They are doing everything they possibly can to save the image of Shadows. That's essentially what they're doing here. The move was described at the time as part of a cost-cutting strategy to prioritize projects and ensure long-term stability. However, internal communication obtained by YouTuber SmashJT and Endymion revealed just how deep the cuts were running. A leaked email from Ubisoft executives explained the reasoning behind the layoffs, expressing regret while also acknowledging the need to refine studio strategy and create an environment for future projects to survive. As we noted then, the Ubisoft situation wasn't just about trimming excess. It was about a company trying to downsize fast enough to stay afloat. Listen, I cannot believe, man, that you have shills out there on Twitter genuinely trying to convey, which they're all quiet, by the way. They're not saying anything anymore. They're all quiet. They have realized that the gig is up, right? Like they can't keep lying to people and saying, yeah, no, everything's fine. Nothing's fine, bro. You could try your damnedest to try to make it seem as if everything is fine and Ubisoft is fine and it's been saved by the greatest game ever, known as Assassin's Creed Shadows. That is a super success. Oh, it's making so much money for Ubisoft. But at the end of the day, man, everybody knows the truth, okay? Ubisoft has been struggling for a while. No company that's doing very well has to sell themselves to the CCP, okay? No company. If you are having to sell yourself, even at a 25% economic state to the CCP, let it be known you're not doing well, right? And it's very clear. Ubisoft has been getting cooked for a while now. They've been making mistakes for the last few years, and it's only been getting worse and worse and worse, and those mistakes are not cheap. And they can pay their shills all they want, but at the end of the day, I think it's pretty easy to see what's going on. I have another video coming out later today talking about how apparently the investors are demanding that Ubisoft renegotiate the deal. It is that bad. We are talking about lawsuits. We are talking about a company-wide destruction meltdown. At this point, they might not even make it to the end of the year to finalize the deal with Tencent. We don't really know what's going to happen. But ultimately, this is just the reckoning that Ubisoft knew was coming. With or without Shadows, this was going to happen. All Shadows did was give them a little bit of positive press, right? Because it's all curated. It's curated positive press. And now they are here and everybody's laughing at them. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.